Good morning, guys. Okay, so let me just make sure that I'm actually where I think I am because I did a few videos on my team page this weekend, and so my camera was set up over there. Okay, so let's make another Valentine. So this is what we're going to make today. Super simple, super fast, but I thought it turned out super cute. So I just wanted to show you some of the other things. So if you're looking for some videos with um, Valentine's Day ideas, don't forget that I did a video with my countdown to Valentine's Day, which featured the favor box thin cuts, and it turned out super cute, and I'm super happy with it. The kids are enjoying opening it up. So that was one thing. Sorry, I just had to move it across the room and put it down because I have now dropped it twice since I made it. And then I made this super cute little conversation heart box, and it had little notes inside. So I made these little cute notes for Valentine's Day that you could add just a little note on the inside for. And I also put these inside the countdown to Valentine's Day boxes with a little treat for my kids. And then there was this super cute Hershey's Kisses card that features the new stitched square thin cuts. So there are some ideas there. There are videos below, as I just dropped everything again. There are videos below, like I said, and I'm going to do a blog post hopefully this week to add them all up onto my blog. Okay, I moved that out of the way. So I played around with some stuff yesterday, and this is what I came up with for today. So I'm going to make this one, and we're going to try also like a boy version of it, like a more masculine version of it. So I just have some of these Ghirardelli chocolates. This is my husband's favorite, this sea salt caramel one. So I have to actually hide them down here. But I don't think he's obviously not noticed because I at least have 5 left. So here this is going to be super quick, like I said. And so when I was looking to do it, I just wanted, because I wanted to do it mostly just with cardstock. And then I've pulled out my scrap pieces that I still have left from my Heart Happy workshop. And then I'm just going to use those to decorate it. So, but I wanted something to add to the back of the cardstock. So I grabbed this super cute stamp called, this is in our new Seasonal Expressions idea book, and it's called Engraved Heart, and it is C1757. So on top of this super cute tree that it has that you can add like initials to or love in the heart like I've done here, it's got a teeny tiny little alpha set, and how cute is that? So they are super tiny. Let's see. Like a quarter of an inch high. So they would be great for adding little tiny details on a scrapbook page, or perfect in a card so you can create your own words, like anything that you wanted. And then there's a couple of really great sentiments on here. So there's congratulations, happy heart day, which is the one that I've used, happy anniversary. And then these, I'm assuming, are all supposed to go inside the heart. So there's the love, me and you, let love grow. So I'm just going to show you, like I said, quickly how to make this, and we will be on our way. So I have grabbed, like I said, I've been just playing with my scraps from that Heart Happy campaign. So if you don't have it, it's available until the end of February, and it's so cute. The colors are awesome, nice and bright, and very lovely. Okay, so to create the packaging for the Ghirardelli chocolate, so I have cut this piece of cardstock to 2.5 by 6.5. Yeah. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to first, I think I'm going to score it. So let me see where my trimmer with my scoring blade is. And I don't actually see it right at the moment. So this is an old product from close to my heart. It's just like a scoring board, but you absolutely don't need this. I normally just use my trimmer with like a scoring blade in it, but it's not on my desk, of course. I was playing around yesterday, getting ready to do a few videos this week, and so literally my studio is a disaster zone. So we're lucky that I'm this far. Everything was falling all over the place yesterday, and so I picked up my piles this morning at least. So it's no wonder that I can't actually find my trimmer. So on the long side, so this is the 6.5 inch side of the paper. I'm going to score it at 3 and 3.5. See, like I said, not very complicated at all. So then the trick is I wanted a cute little top on it here. So all I have done, so I'm going to use the lighter side of my cardstock because I want to stamp the tree in the raspberry. Sorry, this is a piece of raspberry cardstock. So I'm going to see, I'm not sure that I can get it all on here. I'm going to try and get my die cutting machine up here so that you can see how I'm going to do this. Okay. So I looked for a top that I thought was cute. So I grabbed the fancy tags, thin cuts, and I picked this one because I liked the rounded top on it. So, gosh, you guys, there's stuff everywhere. Anyway, okay. So this is the one that I wanted to use to create the top. So, as always, I have my magnetic plate. I actually don't know that I can get my die cutting machine in the camera because I've got the camera super low today to be close to this project because it's not very big, but we'll see what I can do. So this is my cutting one. So I always keep one that's just for cutting, and then I have one that I try and keep with no marks. Every once in a while I forget and I cut on it. So on the top of each, I wanted on both ends of this paper the top of this, but I obviously don't want it to cut through the bottom. So all you're going to do is I made it narrow enough that it'll fit right through like this. And then this end, you can see, is not underneath here, so it's not going to get cut. So I just put it as close to the top, like that. Make sure I'm kind of straight. And then I'm going to put my other plate over top. Sorry, I know the camera jumps when I move too quickly, so I'm going to try and not move too quickly. Okay, so now I'm just going to run it through my machine. That's why I don't know that it's the best idea for me to put my Okay, so now you see I lift this up and it only has cut at the top. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. So again, I'm just going to lay it down. Make sure it's in there. And now, same thing. I'm trying not to move too quickly so I don't knock my camera out of focus. So you can also, you don't have to crank it through all the way. You can just crank it through enough that it cuts the top of your treat container there. But even if you do crank it through, because this is on top, it's not going to cut through. So there we go. There's our little container. So I'm just going to set this aside because we're going to use it again. So now I'm going to grab my raspberry ink and my stamp. So I'm just going to put this on here. And I don't want it to, I only want it on the top part of my treat container. So I'm just going to throw a post-it note down here because the stamp is bigger than the little container. So I just don't want it to stamp on the bottom. So I'm just going to stamp it like that. So I'm going to ink up my stamp. Hopefully this isn't shaking my camera today. You could also do this in brown. I just wanted it kind of tone on tone so that it was kind of the same color. I'm just going to cover this up. Oh my goodness. Can you hear my dog upstairs going crazy? Okay, so then I just stamped the little love in black, and it's just teeny tiny. I also thought it would be cute to just use one of the stitched parts, thin cuts, and add it to the tree trunk. Maybe I'll do that instead on this one. So in my container with my thin cuts, if I happen to run extra ones, I just leave them there. So I'm going to actually just add this little heart there. And I'm just going to pop it up on a little foam dot. I love these things. They are all over the place. I can never find them when I'm looking for them. Between that, and that's the reason I have 4 rulers. Actually, I think I'm down to 3 rulers now because I've actually really lost one now. Okay. So I'll just add this. To the tree trunk. Oop. Like that. Okay, this one I did kind of low. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get my little sentiment still underneath. So let's see. No, we're going to have to go up here, I think. Oh, well, it might still fit. So this is, like I said, just a scrap from the Heart Happy paper pack. And I'm just going to stamp it with black. So I love just being able to pull out scraps and be able to make something in the end with it. So I'll just cut it. You know what? This one I might add it up here. I'm just going to add a little. I'm trying not to touch my paper because apparently I already have ink on my hands and I see I've touched my piece of paper. So I'll just cut that off. Okay, and I will just grab another little scrap here. And I'm just going to cut it a little bit longer than my container. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay. So I'm just going to actually lightly tack it down where I want it. And then I actually just stapled them down just to make sure they weren't going to go anywhere. And I'm just going to add some gold glitter gems on here just to play up the gold from the heart. Okay, so then to put my treat in, all I've done is, just because I didn't want them falling all over the place, but you don't actually have to do this part, I'm just going to put a glue dot on the back of the chocolate, like so. And then add it to the inside. And with that glue dot on there, it's not going anywhere. And then I just took a scrap piece of white ribbon, and so this is the Fiskars mat on the bottom that I use for stamping because it fits into the camera a little bit better. And with it comes a piercing tool, and this is it. And you can just use it just to push that little piece of ribbon through. And then you can either tie it with a little piece of twine, or I have some scraps of the skinny ribbons lying around from another project. So I'm just going to tie that on here. And then grab my scissors that I use for ribbon, trim them off. Okay, so that's that one. So I think they're super cute, super fast to make. So now I'm gonna try and make a boy version. So I just did something a little bit different. So for this one, same, these are scraps just from the Heart Happy cardstock that I had lying around. And same thing, I'm gonna quickly score it. And they get much faster each time. I was kind of going slow so that I wouldn't lose anybody. But so I'm going to score it at 3 again and 3.5, like so. And then same deal. I still have my thin cut here. Same thing again. I'm going to put my paper down. And I just wanted to cut the top. So this part I'm not putting under the cutting blade. So it's just right to the top I'm going to put it. Like so. And now I'm going to cut it. Again, this part doesn't cut, but the top does. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. Same thing. And just cut it. Like so. Okay, so I'm done with this. And I'm done with my tag. Super handy that there's the magnetic sheets on these so that they all go back to where they belong. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of my way now. Okay, so this is how I thought I might decorate this one. So this is just a piece of that raspberry, and I think that's the biggest stitched heart. So I think, so because the stitched and the basic hearts all nestle inside each other, let's see, maybe, okay, maybe I'll change my idea here. Maybe I'll do, okay, so this is the basic heart, and this has to be the 2-inch one. So I am going to, let's see what's in here. So if I go one size smaller with the stitch, like that. See if I can fit it on here. Okay, so I'm going to do a blue one like that. And I still have a raspberry piece. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do that. If anybody's done my workshops, you know that by the end I like to have next to nothing left. So that's why I'm using up my bag of scraps. I hate to have to put something away at the end, that because once it goes into the cupboard or into a box, then what are the chances that I'm actually going to pull it out again? Let's say next Valentine's Day. So I might as well use it all up now. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so that one. And then this one. And I'm just going to add my sentiment across like that, I think. Okay, so again, that ended up being the 2-inch basic heart and the 1 3/4 inch stitched heart. And that worked well. Okay, move this out of my way. Now, let's just find something. Oh, look, we have another piece of this. So I'm just going to stamp again. Maybe I will adhere this first. So I'm going to add this one flat on here. And my little whiskers mat. And there we go. Close that up. And I'll just trim these. Like that. And I'm not really sure how wide I want this. Let's just, no, that's too wide. I just think I want it just a little bit wider than my sentiment here. And okay, I think I'll just leave that like that. So I'm just gonna I always cut up to the middle and then cut in from the sides. That's just what I find the easiest, but there's lots of different ways to dovetail. Lots of people um, fold it in half and then just trim up this way too. Totally whatever you find the easiest. Oh, maybe I'm going to add this one under here like that. And then this on. So I kind of want to staple this, I think, onto this striped piece. So I'm just going to and then I'm going to pop that up, the heart, just a few bone pieces. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so then I'm going to add my chocolate. Just gonna add the dot to the back. Okay, let's see what kind of ribbon I'm going to use here. Okay, I just have some of the light gray ribbon. I think it's in the clearance section now. So this is a super economical ribbon to use. So, and then I'm actually going to tie this one up just with a little bit of the raspberry twine, which is gone down to low inventory. It was in the last idea book, the holiday one, but I have some sitting here on my desk and I think it will be cute. So I have cut extra and I'm just going to trim that down. So, nope, I changed my mind. I think I'm going to use a scrap of the white and gold twine. There we go. And you don't actually have to do this part. If you wanted, you could just tie up the ribbon and it would be just as cute. And not add the second layer on here. Just going to tie a little bow. Oh, I missed something there. Probably could have cut it just a little bit longer to make this slightly easier for myself on camera, of course. But there we go. And I actually find it way easier to cut the ribbon, not with the anti-stick scissors. And then let's just add a few gold dots and we're all done. So I think those are super cute. They'd be super easy to mass produce, or even just do it with just the cardstock if you want to do it with kids. You could also add a message to the inside. So there we go, there's the boy version. So there's 3 options for you guys. So I'm super happy with the way they turned out, quick and easy. And there you go. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.